Throughout the vast expanse of Earth's history, there have been creatures so powerful, so terrifying, and so magnificent, that their mere existence left an indelible mark on human imagination. And while we are grateful that many of these beasts have long since vanished, their shadow still looms in our collective consciousness. Could it be that we, as modern humans, might be lucky enough to avoid such terrifying creatures? Or perhaps there are forces in the depths of our planet, especially beneath the surface of our oceans, that we have yet to fully understand? For ocean lovers, there is a great sense of relief that the megalodon, one of the ocean's most infamous predators, is no longer among us. This monstrous shark, which might have grown to lengths of up to 20 meters, was the undisputed king of the ocean's ancient depths. As an apex predator, the megalodon dominated its era, striking fear into everything that dared to swim in the same waters. Thankfully, this creature no longer exists today, leaving us to wonder what other oceanic creatures may have once shared the seas with it. But just because the megalodon is gone doesn't mean that the oceans no longer harbor creatures capable of inducing nightmares. In fact, there are some species today that are every bit as terrifying as the megalodon ever was. Let's dive into the Mariana Trench, one of the deepest and most mysterious parts of the ocean, and meet 20 terrifying creatures that lurk in its shadow. These creatures are scarier than anything we could have imagined from the age of the megalodon, and they could easily stir a sense of unease in anyone who dares venture too far into the abyss. 1. The bloop sea monster. Let me ask you a question. What's more terrifying than the unknown? It's this very fear of the unknown that keeps us anchored in our daily routines and prevents us from exploring the mysteries of the world around us. But when it comes to the ocean's depths, we don't even know what's lurking beneath. One of the most intriguing and spine-chilling mysteries involves the so-called bloop, a mysterious underwater sound that was recorded in 1997. Scientists captured this ultra-low frequency sound in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and while many believed it was simply the sound of an iceberg splitting, others posited that it was caused by an unknown sea creature. The true nature of the bloop remains a mystery, and it was recorded again in 2012. Leading many to speculate that it might have been something far more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. If it was indeed a creature, whatever made that noise could be something so massive and dangerous that even the megalodon would look like a mild threat in comparison. Could this creature be the ancient Cthulhu? If so, we might be in far more danger than we ever realized. 2. The deep-sea anglerfish. When it comes to scariness, size doesn't always matter. Sure, massive creatures like the megalodon may have terrified us with their sheer scale, but there are creatures in the deep that are small in stature yet terrifying in ways that will make your skin crawl. Take, for instance, the deep-sea anglerfish, a creature so grotesque that even Hollywood had to feature it in Finding Nemo to scare the audience. This tiny fish, measuring only 18 centimeters at most, resides over 2,000 meters below the ocean's surface, where sunlight doesn't penetrate. It has adapted to the dark depths by evolving a protrusion on its head capable of emitting a small light. This bioluminescence lures in unsuspecting prey, who are drawn to the glowing light, only to meet their demise when the anglerfish strikes with its long, sharp teeth. However, what is even more disturbing is the fact that the females of this species are far larger than the males. The male anglerfish, when it finds a female, fuses with her body in a grotesque evolutionary adaptation, forever becoming a parasitic appendage to the female. Just thinking about this horrifying act of fusion is enough to make one rethink the ocean's allure. 3. The frilled shark. While the megalodon might have been the king of ancient oceans, the sharks that live today are still every bit as terrifying. One such predator is the frilled shark, a creature that seems to be caught in time, unchanged for millions of years. Often referred to as a living fossil, the frilled shark is a rare species that resembles an eel more than the traditional shark we know. This terrifying predator hunts by lunging at its prey, swallowing it whole, and its leathery body and frilled gills only add to its eerie appearance. The frilled shark is an apex predator in the deep ocean, and its long, serpent-like body allows it to swiftly ambush unsuspecting creatures. What makes it even more terrifying, though, is its environment. The frilled shark resides so deep within the ocean that scientists know very little about its behavior, population, or ecology. Its mysterious nature adds a layer of fear, as there's so much about it that remains unknown. 4. The fangtooth fish sometimes, it's not about the size of the creature, but the terrifying nature of its bite. Enter the fangtooth fish, whose massive teeth are the largest of any fish in the ocean when compared to their body size. Despite its small stature, around 16 centimeters long, the fangtooth is a predatory force to be reckoned with. What makes this fish truly terrifying isn't just its razor-sharp teeth, but its range. The fangtooth can be found anywhere from 200 meters to over 5,000 meters below the surface, which means it could be lurking in the depths of oceans around the world. Its teeth are designed to rip apart prey, and despite its size, it remains a formidable hunter in the dark waters of the deep. 5. The giant squid. Few creatures have captured the imagination of sailors and storytellers more than the legendary giant squid. With its massive size, often reaching lengths of at least 13 meters, and potentially even larger, the giant squid has earned its place in the annals of oceanic horror. Not only is the giant squid massive, but its hunting methods are just as terrifying. Using two tentacles tipped with sharp suckers, it can snatch prey from nearly 10 meters away, pulling it into its beak for the final strike. The squid's enormous size and powerful feeding techniques have given rise to the myth of the kraken, a colossal, tentacled beast said to drag ships beneath the waves. While it's unlikely that the kraken exists in the form described in folklore, the giant squid certainly has the power to terrorize anyone unlucky enough to encounter it in the depths. 6. The deep-sea dragonfish. Like the deep-sea anglerfish, the deep-sea dragonfish is another small but terrifying predator. With a maximum length of around 26 centimeters, this fish may not be the largest creature in the ocean, but its appearance and hunting abilities more than make up for its size. The deep-sea dragonfish possesses bioluminescent organs that help it lure its prey, much like the anglerfish. These organs, located near its mouth, emit light that attracts creatures to their doom. This deadly tactic allows the dragonfish to survive in the perpetual darkness of the deep ocean. It's a silent and efficient predator, using the light to lure in unsuspecting fish, which it devours with its sharp, fang-like teeth. 7. The stonefish. When it comes to terror, few creatures are more lethal than the stonefish. Known as the most venomous fish in the world, the stonefish doesn't have to actively hunt you down to pose a threat. Its method of terror is simple: camouflage. These fish blend so well into their surroundings that you might not even realize you're standing right on top of one until it's too late. A single sting from a stonefish can lead to intense pain, paralysis, and in some cases, even death. In Australia alone, nearly 1,000 people report being stung by stonefish every year. Thankfully, anti-venoms are available, but their camouflage skills mean that these deadly creatures could be right under your feet before you even know it. 8. The deep-sea hatchetfish. Living in the darkest parts of the ocean, the deep-sea hatchetfish is a master of deception. It has developed an incredible ability known as counter-illumination, where it emits light from its body in such a way that it blends seamlessly with the dim light from above. This allows the fish to remain hidden from predators below. In essence, the hatchetfish becomes invisible, making it a nearly impossible target for larger creatures. This survival tactic is a perfect example of how life in the deep ocean has evolved in strange and terrifying ways to survive the intense pressures and perpetual darkness. 9. The Atlantic wolffish. Despite its fearsome name and appearance, the Atlantic wolffish isn't a particularly aggressive predator. However, its wolf-like teeth and ability to survive in some of the coldest waters on Earth make it a creature worthy of note. This fish has antifreeze proteins in its blood that allow it to thrive in waters that most creatures would perish in. It's a reminder that in the deep, survival can often be more about adaptation than brute strength. 10. The barrel-eye fish. When it comes to weird, few fish can compete with the barrel-eye fish. This bizarre creature has a transparent head, through which you can see its eyes, which are constantly pointing upward. This adaptation allows the barrel-eye fish to spot potential prey or predators swimming overhead. Even more unsettling, it can move its eyes forward to get a better view of its surroundings. The eerie appearance of this fish, combined with its strange evolutionary adaptation, makes it one of the creepiest creatures in the deep. 11. The goblin shark. If you think you've seen it all, just wait until you encounter the goblin shark. With its long, flat snout and terrifyingly weird feeding habits, this shark looks like something straight out of a nightmare. When it captures prey, The goblin shark doesn't just bite it. No, it extends its jaw out of its body to snatch up its meal, much like a xenomorph from Alien. The fact that this shark is both real and capable of such freakish behavior only adds to its fear factor.